Hi, Isis Fernandez Rojas, writing to Insanity on Twitter here, talking to you. I'm hoping this vlog finds you well and that everything's going a-okay with your NaNoWriMo project. I am already behind 200 words and it is past 10:30. I have to get up early for work tomorrow, and I haven't written my 1,600 words on top of the 200 that I'm behind. Life of a writer. Fun. Quick update. I just wanted to talk a little bit about a decision that I made and kind of explain it a little bit. I know a lot of my writer friends are going to be astonished by my decision, but I wanted to go ahead and explain it. It's not that big. I'm not having a liver transplant or a finger transplant. I'm not changing from a Vio to a Mac. It's not like that. I've decided to use a pseudonym for my writing, and it's a big deal for me. It was something I didn't come to lightly. It was a decision. It was a decision that was long thought about and considered. And I went back and forth for several months before I finally reached this decision. So let me go ahead and explain it. I have a lot of friends who are writers and who are Latino. And one of the biggest complaints I hear from them is that they don't get an equal shot among other writers who don't happen to have a Z in their last name or a double R, and they feel they're not being, how do I put this, not being considered in the same way that these other authors are. And I've long heard that it's not just one writer, it's several writers across several genres, novelists and short story writers and essayists. So it's not something I haven't heard before, and don't know if I've completely experienced it. I probably have and just been oblivious to it. The thing of it is, with me and my writing, I write stories about characters. I don't care what they are. Sometimes I don't even know what ethnicity my characters are. Even if I use a name like Gutierrez, like I did in the Last Single Girl. I think her last name was Martinez, actually. Her last name was Martinez, but her first name was like something very non-Latin. I didn't really consider her Latina. I just considered her a character. She just happened to have a Latina last name. So that's kind of how I deal with my writing and my characterization. So when the thought came to use a pseudonym, it's not because I wasn't getting equal footing like the rest of my fellow Latino writers. I didn't want any emphasis made on the piece. I want all my pieces to stand on their own, by themselves. I don't want anybody assuming anything. It's a pet peeve of mine. Just because my two last names happen to be Fernandez and Rojas doesn't necessarily mean that everything I write has to do with something about Latino life or Latino culture. Quite the opposite. Most times it has nothing to do with Latino culture. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. And so what I don't want is an editor, or a reader for that fact, influencing, saying that this is a Latino story when in fact it's just a story that you should read and enjoy. So that's my explanation. This explanation gets longer and longer the more I tell it. But I'm using a pseudonym. I'm not letting you know what it is. It's kind of cool. I like the name. Took me a while to get it too. But I'm using it, and maybe one day I'll reveal who I am, and you can say, oh, that's why she used it. I understand the method to her madness. So no, I wish this announcement was something bigger. You would think it would be something bigger the way I've been talking about it. Like, some very, very fly actor / singer on Twitter, you would, actually call me or something, Yeah, we all know who we're talking about. No, he hasn't called me. He probably will never call me in my lifetime. But, a girl can dream. So, other than that, that's it. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your NaNoWriMo projects are going well. I'm behind, and I have to go get dinner at 10:30. I understand. That's bad, but I'm hungry, and I need coffee, and I have to get up, so I gotta go. Okay, bye.